So what has been the biggest hurdle you've had so far in the creation?
Where to start, Katie? I think I have had to change my mindset. I have had to become a project manager and accept that that is normal and acceptable. Do you know, the other day I couldn't remember the word for assertive. I was like, what's that word that's like aggressive? Like, we are not used to being assertive, and there's nothing wrong with being planning and holding people to account. So I think the most important thing is, this is your baby, your project. You need to own it. You need to keep yourself accountable, which I think if you're going to go out and do something, you're already pretty invested, but you need to keep the people that are working with you accountable. So again, it's got to be documented. If it wasn't written down, it didn't happen. Just because you think you're talking clearly does not mean that the message has been equally clearly received. Yes. And whether you use, you need a shared document with, this was the meeting, these were the outcomes, this is the to-do list. I own these parts of the to-do list, you own this part of the to-do list, this is when it's due, and this is when we will talk again. And just have it accountable. Yeah. It's like the visual plan for kids. What's next? Have you done it?
Yeah, I think that's a big one. Systems, like that's been my biggest lesson in 20 years of business, is that systems work. Systems work in terms of building them out. Everybody knows what's, and that's taken years to do, especially with a team. But yeah, that you have, everybody's accountable for different pieces.
I think also, and maybe it's more for women, that whole thing about being nice and being, everything has to be lovely all the time. Like sometimes the job's just got to get done. Yeah. And it's not unpleasant or not nice to be assertive.
That's right.
And in fact, people like clear instruction. They can help you better if you're clear with what their role is. And the less wishy-washy you can be, the better. And if you can write things down, you should always write things down.
Yeah. And it's one thing that I'm big on, is being a straight shooter and assertive, and also setting boundaries. I think that's really important for yourself, because especially online, you see you are available 24/7, and it's like, I'll just do that. But setting those boundaries after 7 o'clock, there's no more emails, there's no more whatever it might be. And being assertive, the people, I think it's in Australia as well. I deal with a lot of overseas, and they're quite assertive, and it's just none of this fluff. It's like, this is how it is. This is what has to get done. In Australia, you're starting to, get hurt about not having a kiss at the end of an email.
I think it's just being accountable. I think everyone has to be accountable, and